Welcome to Last Time Online. This episode is brought to you by Dogma Games, my very own game studio. I'm currently working on my first game called Wake Out of Twilight. Wake Out of Twilight is a 2D platformer game based in a futuristic dystopia where nearly all parts of life are automated. Life couldn't get any easier, but the price to pay was more than anybody agreed to. Navigate through traps, obstacles, and puzzles in order to save everybody from the nightmare. If you would like to be the first to know when I have updates or when the game is releasing, you can go to Steam and wishlist the game. Now, let's get on with the episode. Alright, what's up, gamers? This is Last Time Online, the nerdy podcast on the internet where the nerds talk about the nerdy stuff. I am George, and today we are joined by Max,
Greetings.
Jonathan,
Howdy.
Justin,
Hello.
and Alvaro.
Piss off, Ghost.
And we like to start our podcast off by talking about the things that we have been doing in the last week. And this weekend was a long holiday weekend for, I guess, most of us. And for some of us, it was a nightmare. And we will... so I guess throughout the whole weekend, I kind of did, just kind of like the home stuff. Meaning, like, just stay home and playing games and consuming shows. I was kind of all over the place. But I started playing... Most notably, I started playing Batman Arkham Knight because I've never played it before, and two, because I'm actually excited for the Arkham Knight's game. And what I'll say about that game is like the pacing is really fast, and I kind of like that part. But I actually don't know when that game came out, but the graphics look pretty dated on that game. I don't know why, but I noticed like the graphics.
It was an early PS4. So
Early
around
PS4.
2013, 2014.
Say 8 or 9 years would be my guess.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I don't usually notice graphics on games dating like that, but I guess it's been a while since I played that one. But since I started anyway. I guess the other thing I started doing was I started watching two shows. I started watching Parks and Rec because a lot of people say it's better than The Office. And
Wow.
Here's the thing.
Welcome to 2006. Holy shit.
I know. I just read like random shows. I'm telling you, and I started watching Parks and Rec. And I went through the whole first season. I probably had like one actual laugh out loud moment, just one in the whole first season, which is only 8 episodes. But people were telling me like to keep going. And the second
First
season,
two seasons are poop.
second season is hilarious. Actually, I don't know about further than that. Because apparently I had to get a higher subscription of Peacock to watch that. And I did not know that. I didn't know that. So I think they debated me. They debated me, so I think I'm going to have to get that eventually. So, yeah, that's in the future for me. I've made it through the first 2 seasons, but season 2 is great.
Did they take it off Netflix?
Yes. Parks and Rec, I think they did,
Anything NBC is not on there anymore.
Yeah, I looked there first, and
It's been gone a while.
I was on Peacock, and I was ready to binge through like the whole thing in a few weeks or something like that, and then all of a sudden it just stops on season 3 and says you need the premium subscription to continue. I was like, no,
even TV is pay to win.
Season 3 is like when it starts getting really good.
It's like the subscription meta.
Yeah.
Peacock had one little spike when George.
Paywall.
the one user.
Yeah. So the next show that I started watching was actually that Wu-Tang show. And, I started watching it a while ago. I kind of watched, like, the first 2 episodes a while ago. And the more I started watching it, the more I started really liking it. And what I didn't know is there's actually 2 seasons of that out right now. Because I finished the first season. I thought it was really good. And I was pleasantly surprised when I saw there was another season. So I'm like, really excited about that one. I don't know so much about that music group, the rap group. So it's like all new information to me, all the factual stuff, and it's just shot really well. And there's a lot of rapping in there, which is like actually surprising, even though it's a rap show, because I've seen like other shows based on rap, and they kind of just rap here and there, like Dave. As much as I like that show, and Atlanta, as much as I like that show too, but there's like rapping in every single episode of this Wu-Tang show. So yeah, I was kind of all over the place, just like these random things like years ago that I just started consuming, and that is my nerd report. Yeah.
Like all your eggs and bacon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, and I made a ton of progress on a game too. But yeah.
And George, the game came out in 2015.
Okay, so
Okay.
7 years ago.
7 years.
Okay, yeah. The graphics look dated. I heard recently too that the thing about like trying to make games like really photorealistic, like a lot of people like, is that those kind of games date really fast. You know, rather
Do you
than.
hate Do you
Huh?
hate the Batmobile?
I actually love the Batmobile. That's a sick.
What? No.
It is sick.
No.
It is sick.
I hated everything to do with the
It is.
Batmobile in that
It
game.
is badass.
I love the game except for the Batmobile stuff. I
But
didn't like.
you mean you hate playing with it, or you hate like the style of it, like as a.
No, I just hated how like it moved.
Oh, okay. I could see what you're saying there. Yeah, it's extremely clunky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like the little missions with it are just tedious. Like shoot this, shoot this, shoot this, shoot this, shoot this, and then you're done.
I maybe haven't played enough to feel that, but I already know what you're talking about. So, I think I played for like 6 hours already or something like that. But
You played enough.
I kind
Yeah,
of see.
you've already
Yeah, that's more
played
than
with
enough.
it enough. Yeah.
No, I mean I am not tired of it like right now, but if you say that like all the levels are like that, yeah, that's like every single level with the Batmobile. It's just like shoot the
I
tanks.
mean, what I remember when I played it, I just didn't like it from the start. So
Okay.
you've
Oh,
already
okay.
are more positive than I ever was on the Batmobile.
I like the look of it and the style of it, but the movement is definitely clunky. I've accidentally killed myself, like not killed myself, but like fallen off of like the raised structures or something, just because I tap like the left trigger and then it turns me into a different movement mode and I just like slide off or something. Yeah, uh, yeah. So that's my nerd report. Yeah, definitely all over the place this past week. So we'll go in order, and next we'll go with Max.
For me, I did really not do anything this week. I got stuck working 6 days in a row. So I worked every day of the wonderful Minions movie and their lovely crowd of teenagers. Hated my life, so that was pretty great. And then I made the mistake of also finishing the show Dope Sick on Hulu,
Mm.
which is a super depressing TV show. It's very well acted and it's very good. I would recommend watching it because the actors are really good and the story's good. But man, those pharma companies fucking suck balls. Like they're just a bunch of. I mean, it's a given that they're greedy assholes, but I mean, the show shows you to like what extent they became greedy assholes. And yeah, the show's very good, but it was not a fun thing to sit through. So I went from hating my life at work to being miserable at home watching TV. So it's been a pretty great week.
Yeah.
That's the quick version of my week. And then I on the 4th of July I just powered through an hour and a half the Fall Guys to get the stupid Halo helmet or
The
whatever.
cat ears.
The kitty
Yeah,
ears.
whatever the hell it
Yeah.
was. But yeah, I did the whole challenge in like an hour and a half. So that was fun. Could never go wrong playing Fall Guys.
Yeah.
But other than that, that was my week.
Yeah, Fall Guys. Still waiting for that Tom Holland movie, Fall Guys. But yeah, we'll go with Jonathan next.
I did a few small things this weekend. Saturday I watched Jurassic World.
Ooh. Oh, so
And,
yeah, we've all given our mini reviews for that. So, yeah.
It wasn't that bad. Like, I mean, it's a Jurassic Park or Jurassic World movie, you know.
So that's the best review so far.
Yeah, I mean, we made a trip. We went to Fresno Regal and we did the VIP. And
Wow.
yeah,
Steak and lobster.
Explain what explain what the VIP is, because
so
I actually don't know what that is either.
it's a little bit extra, but because employee pass, it actually didn't cost anything extra for me. But you pay a little bit extra over the regular ticket price, and you get unlimited popcorn, drink, icy, and soft serve ice cream. And they have a really nice lounge area with like couches, and they have like a big screen that's playing like all the new trailers. That's like isolated off, so you can like chill before the movie and like fill up on snacks and watch like the trailers on a nice big screen. And and we watched Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, and it was better than the last one, for sure.
Okay,
Um,
that's a plus.
It couldn't have been worse though.
it wasn't terrible. It was enjoyable. And then after that, we went to Korean barbecue and ate lots of meat. And other stuff that I watched this week, I finished Demon Slayer season 2. Very good. There's 2 arcs for this season. One is kind of a remake of the movie into we lost him. One is a remake of the Mugen Train movie. Pretty much the same. There's a little bit extra stuff. The first episode of that arc is like the one character they don't really go too much into, like what he was doing before the arc started.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second arc was the entertainment district, and that one was completely new, and it was fantastic. Like it's very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Finished season 1 of Tomodachi Game. That's the friend betrayal anime. And it ended off on a cliffhanger, and it hasn't even been renewed for season 2 yet. So I may have to read it to finish. But it's still early, so it could get renewed. Finished watching season 2 of The Boys. Also very good. The very violent. I know we kind of talked about how like the edginess, and it's like, a show that's edgy for the sake of edgy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the characters and the plot is good, but after a while, it's the political satire that's like in there. It's really like close to like what's happening in the real world. So it's just like that's the part where it's just like, oh, right.
That ruins a lot of movies and shows, doesn't it?
It's still it's well done. It's just we already have so much of the political stuff. So, and then on the 4th of July, Indiana Jones was on TV, so we were watching that. And not in order. It was the third one first, and then the first one. But yeah, it's pretty much. Oh, games wise, continuing my Final Fantasy V run. I got stuck. Not because it was difficult, but there's a castle in there that when you beat the boss, it sets a chain reaction where you have to escape the castle in 10 minutes. Which in itself doesn't sound hard, and it's 10 real-time minutes. So even if you pause the menu to like heal your guys, time still ticks. And if you're caught in the castle when it hits 0, you're booted back to the main menu, and you have to start from the save, which is at the very beginning of the castle after you defeat the boss. The hard part is managing your greed, because as you're going down, they put a ton of treasure chests, and there's monsters in a good portion of them, and you have to kill them to get the loot. So you have to try and pick and choose like how much loot you want to try and get away with before you run out of time. And then there's a boss at the end of at the gate that's not really difficult, but they just put a ton of monsters to try and eat up time. So if you go too late into it, you're not going to finish him off in time. But yeah, I'm still having fun with it.
Yeah. Speaking of Switch, like I got really close to buying a Switch this weekend too.
Did you see the Splatoon 3 Switch that they?
Yeah, they just showed another one.
Oh
really?
God. It looks nice.
Is there OLED?
Nice.
I really want an OLED one, but that's like always the one that isn't in stores. Okay.
Yeah, it's a Splatoon 3 OLED, so you could probably try and pre-order that maybe, and actually aesthetically looks really good.
I feel like the OLED ones are the only ones that are in stores because they're a little bit more pricier.
You think so? I saw the lights and I saw the
No, there's
ones.
Animal Crossing ones all over the place.
I saw an Animal Crossing one too, yeah, but not OLED. It was.
No, it's regular.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know that Live Alive demo is like the one I really want to play. I do I think that's like the one that I'm gonna start with.
I have it downloaded. I didn't get a chance to play it, but I'm gonna finish that demo and Fire Emblem Warriors Three Houses.
Ah, yeah.
I started that one, and it's pretty fun, but I wanted to play it fully through before I even talk about it.
Was that the end of your week?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. We'll move on to Justin.
Today, I mean, I guess this week was kind of a short week. I finished Stranger Things. It was good. I liked it. Probably gonna have a talk about it sooner or later. I watched another movie on Netflix called Hustle with Adam Sandler. It was actually pretty good.
Oh, okay. You know,
Which
I
is that
saw
one?
I saw that movie too, but for some reason I got it confused with Hustlers, and that's the one with the strippers, I think. So I just realized how close those ones
Professional
are. Which
dancers?
I have never seen that movie.
I thought it was the
Okay,
one with.
I have.
I've seen it twice.
I
I
thought
was
it
like,
was the
you're
one with
missing
Anne
out.
Hathaway and what's her name?
Not Anne Hathaway.
Uh,
No, there
that
was
was the Hustle.
the Hustle. Okay.
Oh,
There you go.
Hustlers is the one with Jennifer Lopez.
No,
Mhm.
now I just picture George wanting to watch Adam Sandler playing basketball and Jen Halo's dancing and he doesn't know what's happening.
I was looking for the
It's-
sports channel.
Yeah,
Is it it's not, it doesn't look like a comedy though.
I totally derailed us up, but yeah, I saw the Hustle. I saw Hustle too, and yeah, I thought it was cool. But yeah, what did you think of it?
I liked it.
Mhm.
You can tell Adam Sandler loved making that whole movie because he loves basketball.
Mhm.
Like in like every movie, he has something to do with basketball, at least like shooting hoops or something. And you can tell it was actually a really good movie. It wasn't like a funny movie, but like kind of like semi-serious, and it was pretty good. I
Mhm.
enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, I kind of enjoy Adam Sandler doing like serious movies, and like he does his funny parts, you know, every once in a while as comedic relief. I think it works better for him when he does it that way instead of having to try to be like stupid funny like the whole movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think some of his serious movies are probably some of his best, but those are not his money makers. That's why he makes his dumb funny movies,
Yep.
and those don't pay for vacations. The serious ones.
I mean, Uncut Gems is apparently good, and I've never seen it. I hear it was really good.
Oh, you borrow it. I have it.
Is it
I mean,
good?
it's on Netflix, but that's entirely up to you. I
It's-
can't decide that for you.
It's
It's
probably his most serious movie he's done.
yeah, it's technically
In a while.
It's
Pretty good.
technically a good movie. I just didn't like watching it.
It made you feel dirty.
I think it's fine.
Yeah,
no,
like
no,
I kind of took Uncut Gems as kind of like how you handle stress as a person, because there was some coworkers who watched it that said that they were like, one of them said that they were like having a borderline panic attack during a certain sequence of the movie, just because like shit becomes overwhelming for his character at a point, and yeah, some of the coworkers are saying that they were like getting nervous and anxious, and I watched it and I was fine, but it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Really?
He should have been nominated for it though, but he wasn't.
Nah, he'll never get nominated.
I mean, his friend got slapped. He'll never get nominated. Yeah.
Oh, too soon.
Oh man.
Too soon. Not too soon.
He can use Chris Rock to guilt them into nominating him if they put him into a really good movie together. Or they'll just nominate Chris Rock instead of
All right. Anything else to say about the movie?
No, that's about it. Other than that, it was a good movie, but that's about it.
All right, cool.
I enjoyed it, but like I said, that's about it.
Man.
What else? What else did I do this week? Last week I mentioned I got a new game for my Kickstarter, the Dice Thrones. I actually did play that. I actually did play that over the weekend. I think I played about 4 rounds. It was pretty fun.
Was that the Marvel one?
Yeah, that was the Marvel one that I threw in a screenshot in the Discord.
Okay. Yeah.
There's like 8 characters, like Thor, Loki, like the standard ones. The only one that's not in there really is like Iron Man and Captain America, like Scarlet Witch, all that stuff.
You know, after you linked that in our chat, the algorithm took over, and I got an ad for that game in TikTok or in Instagram. I was like, man, these algorithms are crazy.
Hey, it's a good game.
No,
If your
I played it. Yeah.
if your rolls don't suck, it's not bad.
Oh God.
But not everybody can have the dimension the dice. But it is what it is.
It's not just dice rolls; it's card pulls too. Like that's like the fun part, but also like the frustrating part. Like if you're not getting good rolls and you're not pulling good cards, you're not gonna win.
I mean, yes, but it's you just got to go with it, man. But what else did I do? I don't think I really did much this week. It's kind of a short week. Like every good American, I blew shit up on Monday.
Hell yeah.
America.
But I think that's about it.
Should've-
I know I
should've
probably
played
played
Team
something.
America.
Probably some WoW or Hearthstone or whatever. But that's about it. Nothing too crazy.
All right, cool. How about you, Alvaro?
My week was stacked because I know how to use my time wisely. Friday night, I went to go see Top Gun Maverick at the Metro in San Francisco. So my second time.
Is it an IMAX screen or is it just a regular?
You think I'm gonna drive an hour and a half to watch it on a regular screen?
I don't know.
It was an
Well,
IMAX.
yes.
It
Yes.
was an IMAX, obviously. And it's crazy. It's like they have one show at 9:30, and that thing was packed.
Wow.
So if it wasn't for the goddamn Minions, we'd probably have more money, Tom Cruise. I'm sorry. Saturday morning, I woke up at 6 to watch Stranger Things and marathon that. And there was more Stranger Things. And this whole time I thought this was like the last fucking season or whatever, and I guess it's not.
One more.
Yeah, I guess it's not. So I was like, well, I guess all that build up was for nothing. I did go see Black Phone. I think that was where I think I went to Manteca for that one, and it was good. I didn't love it like everybody else did.
Oh.
I wanted more out of it, but it was really well done. I like the kids; they're two very good leads. But the story is whatevs. I did watch True Romance 4K, which I hadn't seen in a long time, and it's not as good as I remembered, but it did look nice. I forget that I have Paramount. And it's about to expire. So I did watch the Beavis and Butthead movie.
Let's go.
And that was pretty funny actually. It's funny like how people talk about comedy's canceled or whatever. It's like Beavis and Butthead haven't got that memo.
Is the Beavis and Butthead stuff on Paramount Plus just the movie, or do they have a new show too?
They're getting a new show.
Okay.
Yeah, they also have the old show. All the older episodes are on there too.
Yeah.
So was the white privilege clip that I seen from the movie?
That's from the movie. Yeah.
That shit was hilarious.
So yeah, it was pretty good. Like I mean, it's not Do America, but it's pretty close. I mean, it's Beavis and Butthead.
So it's not a classic.
I think
Their
it was
humor is like
I was in elementary school when that movie came out.
You really gotta tell people how old you are, dude. Come on.
Showing your age, Grandpa.
Because I have Paramount still, I went back and looked at Halo again, and of course now that it's over, they added like 4K and Dolby Vision to it, so it looks a little bit nicer. Like those motherfuckers. And as they have like all the Comedy Central stuff on there, I did watch Drunk History from Mexico. It's like all these like Mexican people hella drunk on tequila and mezcal, telling like Mexican history. It's pretty funny. And I went through it pretty quickly because I didn't realize it was like 15, 16 episodes. I got to it in a couple days.
That's a thing.
And then,
So that's a thing? Drunk History?
Yeah, apparently they have Drunk History like from Mexico. They have one from England.
It's on my list right now.
Yeah, it's pretty good. The only thing I don't like is they don't have the American one. It's like, where the fuck do I watch that? Like, that's the one I want to watch. Other than that, I just did,
I said they've had those on like I remember watching them
it
on
on
like comedy.
Hulu?
Yeah, like
I
Hulu or
figured it
Comedy
was
Central or
Hulu.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but like Paramount has all the Comedy Central stuff. Like they have like Jackass and all that shit, and all the stand-ups, but they don't have Drunk History.
It's weird. I mean, it's
That's
like
a pretty
South
big
Park
omission
too,
on my
right?
part. Yeah, they have all the South Park stuff. I haven't
the-
seen that newer stuff. Yeah, they have all those. I did watch all of Thor's again. For some reason, my
Wow.
fucking Disney Plus app wasn't working, so I had to go. Our good friends, the Russians, have streams, so I went to go watch those. Thankfully,
we don't believe in piracy, man.
Thank you, Putin.
the thing about watching that stuff though is like they actually have options. So it's like I was able to watch Thor: The Dark World at 1.5 speed. So that was a quick watch.
Almost necessary to get through that movie.
You should have watched it at 25 times the speed.
Yeah, that movie's pretty miserable. But the first one's still good. I think the first one holds up a lot better than people remember.
I haven't watched it in a while. I don't remember
it's been
hating.
12 years now, 10 years.
Yeah,
It came out.
I know that I enjoyed the first one, and I for the most part enjoyed the second one, but not nearly as much as the first.
I think I watched it when Endgame came out. I watched them all, and I didn't care for it still. I didn't hate it as much as I did the first time, so maybe it'll slowly grow on me on more repeat viewing. Maybe if I watch it about 20 more times,
Yeah,
I'll
Like we watched 2 the first time all together, I believe.
Yeah, when was that?
I blocked that out.
I think I was the only
3 though. That was more memorable.
I think I was the only one that liked it at the time.
Yeah, no, Dark World is lame and it's funny. It's like a meme in a lot of places, but yeah, it's. But yeah, I obviously that's to prepare for the next Thor movie comes out tomorrow.
Are you guys
Love
hyped
and
for
Thunder.
that? Are you guys hyped for that movie? Do you guys think it's gonna be as good as Ragnarok was?
I'm trying to keep my expectations managed.
I have faith in Taika Waititi, so
Yeah, me too.
That's
if it's more of the same, it's fine. I'm not expecting 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I don't think Thor was never that.
I just read a thing this afternoon that he asked Natalie Portman if she wanted to be in a Star Wars movie, and he didn't know she was in the prequel trilogy.
He forgot.
Damn.
That's how good Star Wars actually is. That no one cares.
I'd allow it. I'd watch it.
Wow.
There's room for her to be a different character in
She could be a twin sister.
another part of the universe.
No, they have.
Yeah, it could be another universe.
She's got to get her own Disney spinoff.
She can be like what's his name, Kingo in Eternals, where he was just pretending to be every ancestor since he was so old.
That shit was hella funny.
That's my week.
All right. Cool. So, yeah. Speaking of theaters, as you've already heard from from at least one of us, there's this app on the App Store called TikTok, and apparently
the clock app.
Yeah, the clock app, and apparently it caused a bunch of teenagers to show up to the Minions children's movie all dressed up as the Kingsmen. And so that's
I don't know if they're dressed up as the Kingsmen, but
I don't know if they had any manners though.
Yeah,
there was a specific name for them, wasn't there?
I don't. You guys are gonna have to educate me on this because all I know is that Minions was trending for some reason. I don't know what caused it to trend. I don't know if it was like totally community made up, or I don't know if it was sparked by any marketing from the Minions team or anything like that. I just know that there was TikToks of people showing up in mobs as fancy dressed teenagers, like they were all dressed for prom or something, and they decided to see the Minions movie. And I don't know. I guess their purpose was they all showed up to make sure that it didn't suck. Apparently, was that what it was about? And I see Max is pouring his whiskey now, so
I PTSD already from this weekend.
So, ironically, they're being called Gentleminions. But they're acting anything but.
Is that what started it?
Oh, that is the hashtag Gentleminions.
Gentleminions are the teenagers that are showing up to the
yeah, throwing bananas at the screen.
No.
Yeah,
that didn't happen.
That's why there's theaters that aren't letting them do it, because the first theater, they were like causing a ruckus, and when they told them to be quiet, they started throwing bananas.
Wow.
And
Banana.
they threw bananas at the screen, and I guess they stained the screen.
Wow.
Which is a big no-no.
So, this is the version I was told from one of the youngsters at work. Is that
Inside
the movie got very bad reviews. Critics pretty much said it was stupid. So someone on TikTok decided to say, pretty much come up with the idea like, wouldn't it be hilarious? And I'll put hilarious in quotations because it's not funny, it's just dumb. But it would be hilarious if people dressed up for like a fancy night out to watch a really stupid movie.
Imagine taking a date there to the Minions movie.
Oh, there were many dates. Both of them dressed up.
I love it.
I hated it.
Except don't throw bananas. That's dumb.
I think it was just the one night.
No, it happened all weekend.
Yeah.
Banana throwing?
Oh, no, sorry. I thought you meant the dressing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I seen some theaters. I don't think it was Regal, but they were banning groups dressed in suits to watch the movie.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't sell tickets to anybody dressed in suits.
We didn't get told which theater it was, but there was a theater that had to replace the screen because of what the teenagers did to it.
How much is that? Do we know how much?
More than Regal wants to pay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't actually know, but my guesstimation altogether with the price of the screen and installation, probably about $10,000.
Damn,
that's cheaper than I thought it was.
I bet somebody.
I thought it was a couple tens.
So now for work, I feel like I have to download TikTok to see if anything's going to happen. Because, and I'm gonna get to some specific numbers here, which I probably shouldn't, but we were given payroll to help around, it was like 17 to 1,800 people. So we were just taking into account like families and small children were gonna come watch Minions, and that's it. We didn't take into account teenagers.
Yeah.
So I walk into work.
To put it in perspective, though, like you said, 1,700. Is that like just that number alone? Is that usually a good day or like a medium kind of busyness day?
For us,
it's a pretty good day.
Yeah, like for us, like a steady busy day, like is around 3,000 or so. Is like a steady busy day
for everything.
So, yeah, for everything altogether. Okay. So they told us about 1,700, just because everything else we've had for weeks. So there was nothing new. Minions was the only new movie that we were gonna get. So like Jurassic World. Jurassic World has been falling off already, and Top Gun is still doing surprisingly well actually. But it's not like selling out or anything. But yeah, so they gave us payroll for about 1,700 to 1,800 people. I walk into work on Friday at 5 o'clock, and there's 4 concessions lines. If you've been to our lobby, about 3/4 of the way to the tiles.
Damn.
Each line. So we did not know what the hell was happening. All I noticed throughout the night was that we started to notice a lot of teenagers dressed up in suits, and some of the girls were in suits also, but some of them were in like nice dresses and stuff like that. And yeah, so we asked one of the teenagers in line like what's going on, and all they said it was
help us understand you.
Yeah, it was like it's a TikTok thing. That's all they told us. So I had to do the research the next day. But yeah, they staffed us. We were staffed for about 1,700 to 1,800 people, and we ended up doing 3,500 that day.
Damn.
That's double?
Twice as much.
Yes.
Damn.
So you guys were half staffed.
Oh, and apparently this happened to every theater. Like every theater was prepared just to help families and kids, but not teenagers. Like if we know there's a movie for teenagers, we'll staff a lot more because teenagers will come in big groups. So we were not prepared for teenagers.
And they all buy everything separate.
Yeah. Here's the thing. It probably sucked for the employees, like the floor staff and like the managers of the store. But it was probably great for everyone else, right? Like the teenagers don't really care about service, I'm sure. Like they're there for a meme, right? They're there for the experience. They're not even there for the movie, I don't think. And you know, like the higher, like the theater chains too, they love that too, right? They basically get all that business for half the staff. They pay for half the
Yeah,
staff.
detention.
So, yeah, so like
Yeah,
I mean,
it's great for the
I
higher
know,
ups. I'm very happy
I
for
know,
them.
I know, which sucks, but yeah,
But yeah, so yeah, that happened Friday. Like we were able to kind of properly staff Saturday and Sunday and Monday, early Monday for it. So like the rest of the weekend was kind of okay, but like even at, and this never happens for kids movies, but even at 10:35 at night, we were still getting over 100 people for
Gross.
fucking Minions.
God damn.
So, and
Gross.
they like purposely schedule the kids movie to be like the last one before we close. That way, there's some time for like the closers to like start cleaning stuff up and everything because there's not going to be any customers. But not this weekend. All those little assholes showed up at 10:35 to watch to sit through fucking Minions.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be able to handle that and Thor at the same time?
Oh God.
Wait, so is it? This is still going on though. Like the meme didn't last like a just 3-day weekend. It is still going on.
It's gonna take a couple weeks probably for it to die.
No.
So my understanding that this was just supposed to be a Friday thing. It's still going. Like we're not like overrun anymore, but like
Yeah.
like yesterday, I was still noticing some
it would make
some kids dressed in suits.
It would make sense actually, and we'll go back to like your question, Alvaro, too, but it would make sense for it to last too, because I mean the meme was supposed to be the opening night, right? But I guess the nature of like social media and TikTok is that if somebody goes viral on TikTok for going to Minions dressed up as a suit,
Trend chasers.
if I was a Zoomer, I would also believe that like if I went a week later, like the trend's still got to be going on, right? I might have a chance at going viral too, right?
Well, all I know is that everyone I saw after Friday, I wanted to call them a loser for not doing it when all the cool kids did it. But because I am management, I'm not allowed to call customers losers for following trends. And it also did not just stick to suits. There were people there dressed in full banana suits. We saw just like random stuff. We saw a few like random like old Templar knights, like they had the whole helmet on. They had like the Crusades thing. They had like the chain thing with the huge cross on it.
Chainmail.
Yeah.
Suits with armor.
Oh my
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
And you think you think this is gonna affect my Thor? Yeah, going back to Alvaro's question, then is this gonna affect my Thor viewing experience?
I could not tell you.
Not the movie experience, but the theater experience. Am I gonna have to trample?
Don't get popcorn.
Yeah, don't get popcorn. Yeah, I'm sure that your auditorium will be fine, but if you try to get in line to buy something, you might run into a bunch of youngsters in suits and dresses and God knows what else they're gonna dress up as.
And do we think? Here's an interesting question. Do we think this is going to affect how studios try to market their movie? Do you think they're going to try to? Do you think that they're going to try to force this type of virality? Is that the word for it?
Yeah, they're going to start doing trends just for movies.
Man,
because they didn't work for Morbius.
No,
yeah, hilarious.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I kind of want to laugh at like the executive at Sony who was like, Morbius is trending, let's release it. And then nobody went. And then I think
Petition 3.
Yeah, no,
bring it back. We were all busy that
weekend. But I do, because like this one originated, it wasn't from the studio, it was just from like a random person.
Organically.
So, so I think the teenagers can smell when like studio is trying to push something as opposed to like one of their own doing something.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
It's usually met with destruction of said tweets or promo videos.
Yeah.
Like I've just felt like an old. I felt like a get off my lawn individual this whole weekend with all the stupid teenagers. Like yesterday, one of the teens said something to me, and I got like irrationally angry on the inside because he came up to buy a ticket and I asked what he was watching and he was dressed up. I already knew what it was, but I have to ask. Right. And I asked him like, "What are you watching?" And he looked at me in my eyes. and he said, "Can't you tell by my despicable suit?" And a rage came over me that I have not experienced in a long time. I hated everything about it. Everything. And then Universal did not help the situation because I think it was Friday or Saturday they tweeted out pretty much that hashtag, and it just said, "We see you and we love you."
Oh
So they're also like pushing on for this nonsense to
stand
have
back, stand by.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
Yes. There you go.
I was trying to think of something to reference that, but you that was perfect.
I mean,
yeah.
that's as close as it gets.
Like I thought they would have tweeted out something like, "Hey, don't break shit in the theaters and like be respectful" or something. But no,
they don't care.
It was, "We see you and we love you and we love your money even more."
Yeah. You know,
Did they say that?
No, I added that last part.
It's implied. It's implied.
Yeah.
Yo, obviously.
You know, there's when it comes to like bigger companies trying to use social media, it kind of from what I've seen, it kind of depends on like their overall image for their community sometimes too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Fall Guys, people love their tweets, right? Because they tweet so well. At the same time, when EA tried to say something like over the weekend, everyone clapped back at them so hard, right? I would say that their tweet was pretty much the same amount of funny, right? But people just hate them so much, so they obviously everyone just clapped back at them so hard. And
I think it's just a shitty take, though. That's
I read a thing like a little bit ago. I don't know if it's old news, but I guess they had to have like a meeting with their employees to say like, "We're sorry, it was just a joke."
Yeah,
because I guess they had a bunch of their employees were like really mad at that.
Yeah. Well, I think I think we all know what we're talking about, but I think we should explain this to the listeners in case they don't know real quick. What I'm referring to is EA. Was it over the weekend? They said they try to. Yeah, it's a TikTok trend where they try to say like there's a TikTok trend.
They're a 10.
They're a 10, but yeah. So EA try to say like they're a 10, but they only play single player games, and they got
they're a 10, but they only
and they got clapped back at so hard that they got destroyed. They got ratioed by so many people, and what I'm trying to say is that I think this virality, they're gonna have to cash in on their how do you say, their public image or their rapport with like their community, right? So like if they're a company that's not like taking care of their community or disrespecting their community, it's not gonna work well. So I mean, I get a sense of like how people view bigger game companies. Because I watch like a lot of the game tweets and stuff like that. But what about movie studios? I don't think they've typically had big like social media presences.
No, they're normal like.
But are there some studios that you think that like we wouldn't that we would like equally clap back at if they try to say anything on social media? I can't think of any, but
no, like I think I think the only ones that would get responses if they'd said something like that is if they tried to like say something like Star Wars related or MCU related. But I think if they did like, because that's what's popular and like gamers are all over everything all the time, so that I was not surprised when they got the reaction that they got from their tweet. I was more offended that it just wasn't a funny joke.
They went the wrong direction with that meme, because like if they had said something like, "Oh, he's a 5, but he only plays single player games," that implies that it's a positive. And that's the direction they need to go with. And they've already got a ton of flack in the past for crapping on single player games. And like this is just like opening old wounds, and people are just like,
is it safe to say that person has probably been released from the EA social media team?
Probably.
I mean,
social media,
they probably they might got a shitload of ad revenue from it. So like it's all interactions, right? So, impressions.
It's like the joke that I made like in our chat recently too. Like they probably just like made a public statement like, like, sorry everyone, that person's been let go of our social media team, but they didn't really
got a
do
new
it. You
guy.
know, they just we just got a new guy.
Yeah.
Sorry everybody. Yeah, but still look at the tweet because that makes us money.
Yeah. Pin that shit.
Yeah.
No attention is bad attention, I guess.
Yep.
When it comes to the clicks.
TikTok marketing is the future apparently.
It's only the beginning.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing how this is going to, I guess, be utilized or weaponized in the future. I guess I'm also sad. And for you guys and for you Zoomers out there that are listening, you guys might be having fun, but you're ruining people's lives.
And many a bottle of alcohol will be consumed if this continues.
Yeah.
So maybe thank you.
You're gonna get people in full like blue paint for Avatar.
Oh
yeah,
my
I'm
gosh.
excited.
You
I
too,
want to
right?
see. I want to see people dressed up in Thor.
I'll buy you that knobby tail so you can be in full outfit.
Okay, so we can move on to our next topic, which is I think a short one, but basically we've mentioned it in previous episodes, but we've been waiting and waiting for the release date of God of War, and finally they announced the release date of God of War over a Twitter tweet. And how do you guys feel about that? The date, are you guys excited? How do you guys feel about them saying it over a tweet?
It feels like Nintendo COVID like shit. Like that's the stuff that they were doing, just like dropping Paper Mario announcement over Twitter randomly on a Wednesday. Like,
yeah,
so unceremoniously.
I mean, I find it a little unsatisfying, but at the same time, yeah, maybe it's just the studio trying to get back at us for trying to like push them too much, you know?
Yeah, I definitely think there's a ton of people just like, I don't know, worried the game was going to get pushed back to next year. So maybe they just like, okay, we're just going to drop the date so people can calm down. We're like, hey, it's coming.
I know God of War is a big title, but maybe they didn't want it to be overshadowed by something. I don't know. Maybe they figured there was going to be something bigger. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Like
bigger than God of War?
Yeah, I know, but like, I don't know. Just that was maybe just my thought. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if there's really anything in gaming right now that's bigger than God of War.
I mean, there's still Call of Duty. And there's still like that Hogwarts game.
Call of Duty is has-beens. Like there's people that play it, but I wouldn't say that it's going to make a big a splash news wise as like God of War announcement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wait, hold on a second. When is the Hogwarts game coming out? Is it this year?
I don't think it has a release date yet.
No, I think it comes out next year.
George.
Yeah, because kind of on the same line as what Justin was saying. It doesn't have to be a game that's going to overshadow God of War, but maybe they don't want God of War to like cannibalize a sale of some other game. Yeah, like say Hogwarts Legacy was supposed to come out.
All they say,
year,
right? All Google says is December 2022.
Oh,
so that means it could come out this year, but probably will get pushed to next year.
Yeah, my theory was just because like I've noticed on Twitter, because like I follow a few people involved with the game, but there's been a lot of harassment going on about the release date. Like some of the females have been getting like dick pics because apparently if you do that they'll give you the release date. I don't understand.
It's really weird that they're only I don't know if they're only targeting females or if females are getting dick pics and guys are getting death threats.
But like that's what I thought when I first saw it this morning, but Alvaro had said something and I think maybe that might have had something to do with it too.
It could be a combination of things.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like Alvaro, the comment you made about the
leakers.
Yeah, the leakers.
Yeah. There's always a rumor going around. Oh, it's gonna be this week. It's gonna be this week, and like people get mad not as the person that's putting this out there, but at the studio. Like the studio never said anything. Like it's not their responsibility to appease you, right? Like the game comes out when it comes out.
And they might just not have been ready to really show anything, and that's probably why they didn't do like a full blown state of play. Like they're like, okay, this is when it's coming out. They'll probably show something in October.
Yeah, because they just did the it was like a 30-second
September, probably.
It was like a 30-second cinematic thing. It wasn't even gameplay. It was just like a little ad.
An ad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big doggy.
A tease spot.
I mean, I don't imagine
this has nothing to do with it, but I'm more offended that none of the collector's editions come with a disc in the steelbook.
It was the same with Horizon too.
Horizon.
Yeah.
That's poop.
It is. I don't want to display.
Well, Horizon did have a steelbook with the game in it.
I want the game inside. Like EA, they did it right.
What a great company.
They can't afford to not do it right. Let's be honest.
No, but even like Horizon, they did the I have it here somewhere, but they did like they did like the little collector's one that just came with the art book. It was like I do have it right here. Yeah, it came in a little box, has the art book in it, and then it came with the steel book. It has the disc in it. It's not that hard. But
it was the one with the statue that didn't come with the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the statues
it's like the expensive ones come with the display steelbook and the statue and stuff, but then they come with the little piece of paper with the code.
Just come with it.
Yeah, it's a digital copy.
Like how much extra could it possibly cost to put a disc in there?
5 cents.
Yeah, it's probably pennies.
Yeah.
When it comes down to like the mass production stuff, it's pennies, I'm sure.
So now, as a God of War fan, I'm conflicted on how much money I want to spend on it.
You're gonna spend all the money.
No, I am not, but maybe I will.
It's hammer time.
Yeah.
Like I saw it this morning, and I was like, I'm not gonna buy this, but like I even told you guys, like, but also don't be surprised if like one night I'm just sitting here at home and I'm like, you know what, I need it.
Pre-orders are live next week at 10.
Next Friday, right?
Friday?
Isn't it the 14th?
15th?
Oh, it is Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Yeah.
Drink a bunch of alcohol and then see if that helps.
I hope I'm not drinking at 10 a.m. But if Gentleminions continues, who knows?
That's just the world we live in now.
And the internet bullying has kind of got out of control, because there was even the dude that's making the new Monkey Island game.
Yeah, Monkey Island.
He got straight bullied off of Twitter because apparently people don't like the art style. So like they've been sending like death threats, and so now he's like, I'm not gonna update anybody on the game anymore. Like, you've sucked the joy from me.
Like, can't understand the sophisticated art. The eyes.
It doesn't look bad.
I think it looks good. It's just not
good.
It's not pixelated.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring this to last week's episode, but we might have to think for a moment. But who do you think is worse, gamers or Star Wars fans? No, because like every time I read stuff,
there's a lot of overlap.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Every time I read something about Star Wars fans or gamers, like it's just like the worst shit you can think of. Like they're just assholes.
I think I've seen kind of these discussions online, and I think it's just like when a show or a movie or a game gets a fan base large enough, that's when it starts getting kind of like there's a rotten bit mixed in with, like, the genuine, like, earnest fans. I mean, I'm not like that for really anything that I watch, but like I see stuff that I enjoy, and then people like, oh yeah, the fan base for this particular cartoon or anime is terrible. Like I heard that about Steven Universe, like their fan base was really bad, and I was just like, that's random. And just different animes, which I can't remember right now, but I don't know. Once you hit a certain occupancy level, I guess you're just gonna have toxic people no matter what.
I feel the MCU is next when it comes to that.
Oh, they're already there.
Oh, okay.
Eternals 2, let's go.
They're already there. This phase, it's this phase 4 is kind of
Yeah, they're
like
not happy
showing
about
that.
it.
I think it's just because like the first 3 phases were very linear story wise, and I think this phase is like it's setting up a lot of stuff that's going to connect probably not until the next phase. So
It's all
people just
filler
can't
episodes.
people can't see where it's going, and so they're agitated because they feel like it's filler episode.
I don't know. I feel like
I think it's just all a stall until they figure out what they want to do.
Well, there's
like even though like I looked at the IGN review for Thor, I didn't read the whole thing. I kind of skimmed it, but one of the sections that one of the negatives they said is that it doesn't completely connect to the rest of the MCU, and I don't think that's a negative. Like it's just its own movie. Like
I feel like they're trying to do that probably because they kind of shoehorn themselves in the beginning, and now they're trying to detach films a little bit so they can stand on their own.
Anywho, I feel like I got us off track. I'm sorry.
I don't think so.
Back to God of War.
No, yeah, that was a viable question.
Yeah, I'll pull the
It's so
trigger and
funny
I'll
that
say
people get. What?
The question is
I'll just say I think Star Wars fans are just worse. I'm just gonna say.
Well, there you go.
They've
they
been
have
around.
been around for almost 50 years, so.
Yeah, it's like a rite of passage. Like after a certain amount of time, like you just become hateful.
A Sith.
They've just been disappointed for so long.
Since the 90s.
Yeah, only.
Imagine holding a grudge for almost 30 years.
Just the 90s. Some of them have held a grudge since Return of the Jedi.
Like since the Star Wars Christmas special.
Like what? 1987?
Is Return of the Jedi the second one? Third.
That's the third one, right? Yeah.
The last of the original trilogy.
Those goddamn Ewoks.
People didn't like him?
No, I said since that movie ended, like anything after that.
Oh yeah.
Well, that would be that hasn't been a single good Star Wars anything since then.
But they'll watch all of it.
Yeah.
Their day one.
They have to watch it so that way they can complain about it.
Yeah. Refer to last week's episode, people.
Yeah. We're all just going full circle,
yeah. But yeah, back to the God of War thing. Yeah, I was just surprised that I thought that they were gonna make it like not an event, but at least something they would say like, "Hey, we're gonna have a state of play this day. Make sure that you watch it for new gameplay." And then at the end of that, they would have the date instead of me waking up this morning to Lewis letting us know like, "Hey, this is when the game comes out."
I'm surprised too that they didn't have exactly what you said. But I'm starting to think about it too, though. To me, it does seem a little weird that a game that they're saying is going to release in 2 months now.
November.
Oh, November
9th.
Oh, okay. Actually, a few months. Okay, so it's not so bad though. But still, I kind of expect to see gameplay by now. But at the same time, I'm also thinking, usually when they show gameplay, they want to show off like new stuff, right? And I'm almost okay if God of War didn't really add any new mechanics. I mean, they kind of have to like switch up the moves a little bit, but I wouldn't mind. I don't think if there wasn't like any new mechanic and they kind of just like added more story, I guess, because the last God of War was very like story heavy, and I really liked it. So
yeah, well, I mean, like there's some differences, but I mean, pretty much, I think like the button schemes were all the same from all the games, right? Like
for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't like all they added new was like the stuff that you get as the story goes. Like he gets more abilities and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
like the talent tree.
Like,
kind of.
Let's be real though, they're hyping the game up on their own. Sony could show nothing.
Yeah.
And people would still buy it if it dropped the day that it said it dropped. They just like start advertising like a month out. Hey, it's coming out. Don't just show a short 30-second spot with nothing. People, it's still selling like gangbusters.
And you're right because of two reasons, I think too. One of them is because the last God of War was just really good. It's one of the better games of probably the best game of the last generation. I think I can say that with a little confidence. But two, if you're a PlayStation owner, you kind of, I mean, a lot of PlayStation owners brag about having games, you know, and if they're not going to buy the exclusives, then why do you have a PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
So like, it's kind of like the PlayStation owners are gonna buy it anyway, right? So that's kind of how I feel about it. Like, I don't think it was. I want to. I mean, I wish I could see the statistic, but I would say like about like 80% of people own Horizon, you know, that have a PlayStation. You know, I don't know about Gran Turismo because it's a racing game, but Ghost of Tsushima and, you know, like all the exclusives from PlayStation. I would assume that like around 80% of people own an exclusive from PlayStation that own a PlayStation 5.
Well, yeah, I don't imagine that they have too many like big, like they have a lot of games only for PlayStation, but I feel there's only like 5 or 6 a year that are like the really big ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if people who had the PS5 owned at least those games.
Yeah, it's like Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us, Horizon, and now it's going to be God of War. Even though Last of Us was technically last gen, but everyone owns that game. Yeah. And when I say
God of
Ratchet and Clank.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That was a good one, but I don't know if that was. I don't know if I would consider that.
It's
I don't know. I could be wrong.
That was like really, that and Returnal were the only big exclusives
last year
towards the launch. Yeah.
Well, Ratchet and Clank was like the first big like PS5 one, right?
Yeah, it was like made exclusively and does a pretty good job of showcasing what the PS5 can do.
I think Justin was going to say something.
Yeah. Oh, you were saying how the last God of War was like really good, but I haven't. I've played all of the God of Wars, and there's not one God of War that I don't like.
Are you gonna play this one?
I'm going to figure out how.
He's gonna steal a PS5. He's gonna steal Jonathan's PS5.
He doesn't have a PS4 either.
I gotta figure out how. So I played the last one because I played on Anthony's, but I will figure it out. If there's a will, there's a way. I will figure it out.
I saw there was a lot of people mad too because they were doing the $10 upgrade thing from the PS4 to PS5.
Yes, go! I get a $10 discount. Let's go.
They said after Horizon, they're like, yeah, we're sorry, you can have this game for free, but going forward, every game is going to have that $10. Like, they were clear.
Wait, $10 to upgrade it? You mean?
Yeah, so if you buy the PS4 one and you want the PS5, it's going to cost $10.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess that's how it should be, right? Because I got the $10 discount basically for, I think it was Horizon that I did it with. Pretty sure.
I mean, you can just go to Walmart and it's pretty much $10 cheaper. It is the same price that you would pay for a PS4 game.
Yeah, but then
because I think that was the scam some people were trying to do with Horizon, is that they were buying the PS4 one because it had the free upgrade to PS5. So you could spend $10 less to get the PS4 version, and then the upgrade was free.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I did. I think Alvaro, you were the one that told me about it. I bought it digitally. I was able to buy the PS4 version on my PS5 digitally, and then for no money, I was just like, oh, I actually want to download the PS5 version.
Scammer.
Hey, the loophole.
I mean, it's not a scam. They were advertising it, they were trying to hide it, but it was an offer that they offered. Like, take advantage of it, you know.
Yeah, Justin, I think you have access to like 5 PS4s right now, so I'm sure someone will let you play it.
But I kind of want the hammer.
Well, no, because
you can
if I read the thing right, I think the collector's one comes with codes for both. So.
Oh, it has both. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what I read.
Well, I will figure it out. I gotta walk around my house and say, "Boy."
Boy. He's not gonna say "boy" once.
Alexis is gonna wonder why you calling her boy.
She's gonna be like, "What the hell are you talking about, boy?"
Make me macaroni and cheese, boy.
Yeah. How mad are we gonna be if he doesn't even say that in the new game?
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
I'll laugh.
Just say it
Zero
1,000
chance.
times.
There's zero
Yeah,
chance.
yeah. Come on.
This is gonna be a throwback, but I would bet Jonathan Hennessy shots
Oh
that
God.
that he does not say boy, or he will say boy.
Yeah,
That's how
absolutely will.
confident I am.
Absolutely will.
He'll say it once, and then he won't say it like once at the beginning, and then he won't say it for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so this thing says that the collector's ones come with a printed voucher code for full God of War Ragnarok on PS4 and PS5 consoles. So I think it comes with both.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, but it's
You
probably
get
gonna
the
cost like $300.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Like the box is cool. I watched the whole video this morning, and yeah, I really like the the box that everything comes in.
Just get it. You know you want it.
No, I don't. Well, I gotta see the prices first because they didn't have no prices yet.
150. Is that
I'm
the
guessing.
line?
Yeah, I'm guessing 150 for the starter with the hammer, and then 180 for the one with the vinyl.
Even though
That's
they're
my
charging,
guess.
like,
I don't know.
even though they're charging like $250 for the Callisto Protocol one that comes with the statue.
That's EA.
Yeah, but I mean, how good is the statue?
Well, the statue is just of the main character, I think, for the.
I
The
mean,
game.
if
Does
they make
it
it with like a
grunt?
certain, yeah, if they make it with a certain like manufacturer, it could cost more because there's more like detail and work involved.
What if I get Mjolnir and I can't lift it?
Not worthy.
Not worthy, yeah. Sorry, you're not Jane.
Wow.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited for the
Oh
movie.
man.
And yeah.
No, but I am excited for the game in general. Like I will pre-order some version next Thursday.
Yeah.
I just don't know which one yet.
Yeah, I don't think
In
there's anything
Sony
that
we
they could
trust.
I don't think there's anything they could show me or fail to show me that's gonna make me not get the game. You know, so that's
I
what
don't know, like that, like I don't know who was saying it a bit ago, but like they could show nothing,
yeah.
just
Yeah.
the release date, and
Yeah.
like I would give them my money. Like I'm
Yeah.
one of those suckers. So.
What they could have done was they could have tweeted, been like, you know, tune in Thursday for an announcement on God of War, had a 30-minute countdown, and then at the end of the countdown, say
Picture?
releasing in November. Thank you. See you then. And then we'd be like, yes.
I wouldn't. If you really wanted to be an asshole about it, do the countdown. Make an announcement for the countdown. Do the countdown. At the end of the countdown, release a date, and then another countdown. And that countdown is going to be when they're going to do the info dump. And then after that, another countdown till the game comes out.
But do you really need to see more of it though? Like you really need
I don't like I said, I don't think anybody needs to. They're gonna buy it. Like there's like 2 levels of pedigree here. Like you have on a lower level, the game itself is highly regarded. There hasn't really been a bad God of War. I mean, maybe that spin-off one, but I mean that one was at least still like a solid like B-. Like it wasn't terrible.
Ascension?
Yeah.
It was a good one.
No,
Yeah,
there's no God of War that I
It's-
thought was bad or that I did not have the best time playing. Like all of
There's
them are-
definitely lesser
Yeah.
ones, but
Welcome
they're
to
all
5
solid.
minutes ago.
Mhm.
And then the second level of pedigree that's, you know, on a more broader scale is just Sony itself and their first party games, because, you know, they just have a really good track record of releasing solid first party campaign, like solo campaign games. So like when you have that, like people are just anxious because they want to see it. They just want to see it, but in reality they don't need to see it. They're gonna buy it anyway.
Yeah. Please stop sending dick pics.
Please.
You're gonna
Yeah,
buy the
like
game
that.
anyway, so shut up.
Yeah, like that would have been pretty funny if that's what they did. What you said, that they would just do like a countdown to an announcement and then just have just like a picture
Yeah.
that just said God of War Ragnarok with the release date, and that's it.
Yeah.
Their nerds would have been
Countdown to
angry
countdown.
and happy at the same time.
Yeah, the nerds
Then-
hate
yeah.
everything anyway.
That we could have been here talking about there's going to be an announcement tomorrow.
Yeah,
Everyone-
exactly.
I know, and then he'd come back the next episode like, we
Get
know the
ready for
date
that
now.
mini
Yes.
episode.
Yep. Get ready for that video.
Disappointment.
Yeah. Well, what do you say we close this episode out?
Sounds
All right.
good.
All right. Yeah. So, to recap, I won't say it again. Do not harass the game developers, and also be nice to your theater employees, and
Just
also
customer service as a whole.
leave a tip for your theater concessionist. Eh?
We're not allowed to accept
Can't
tips.
take tips, so
Oh, okay.
just keep your money.
Drop money in front of the concession stand. Okay. Okay, well, thank you everybody for making it this far in the episode. Make sure to join us next time online when we all dress up in loincloths to go out and see Thor: Love and Thunder.
It's going to be a blur right here.
Thank you for listening, but before you go, please make sure to like and subscribe to our show. And leave a comment with whatever thoughts you may have. We record a new episode of Last Time Online every week, so keep an eye out for the latest episode. From time to time, we stream on Twitch, so if you would like to see how we act while we are gaming, go over to our channel and give us a follow. We are sponsored by Dubby Energy Drink. Dubby gives you the focus so that you can just be better at video games, all while having no jitters or crash. Click on the link in the description for a 10% discount on your orders on us. We love taking feedback from our audience, so if you have a question for us, you and your question could be featured in our next episode. Check links in the description for ways to reach us and also where to follow each of us on social media. See you next time online.